Hello, we are in Taiping, the city of everlasting peace. You gotta wonder how many prisoners have left the prison and stood at that bus stop there. You know what's absolutely amazing about the building is you actually feel like you don't realise you're in Malaysia when you stand by it. Hello, we are in Taiping, the city of everlasting peace. Famous for lake gardens? Is it famous for lake gardens? Yes. Surrounded by luscious green. Man, the journey here was absolutely incredible. You went through all these small towns and small villages and old houses. It was like almost going back in time. All built out of wood, tin roofs. It was
Eco style?
Eco style, is that Eco style? Yeah?
No?
Older than that, much older than that. It was, you know, old villages and towns. These heritage buildings. So Taiping was a former capital of the state Perak. And its history
was replaced by Malacca and Ipoh, right?
I think it took over from Kuala Kangsar and it replaced Ipoh. No, it was replaced by Ipoh. Yeah. So the city goes back all the way to 1876 where it was founded, and it was founded on the basis to quell, from what we've read, to quell the war in between the local miners of tin, when the tin trade was absolutely booming. And it was obviously the former state capital up until 1937, for nearly 75 years, until Ipoh replaced it. It was booming up until that point, and the growth of the city slowed after that, and obviously Ipoh became the centre point for Perak. But it remains, in terms of history, very, very beautiful. So one of our favourite things about Malaysia is the old buildings, the beautiful colours of the old buildings, the peach, the apricot colours, the green. Honestly, I'm not even joking, it is absolutely stunning. Every city we walk into, we love seeing those historical buildings. It's always those old Chinese buildings that stand unchanged. Those Chinese shop fronts that have been there for years and years, you know? And already Taiping is delivering on that. So we're absolutely excited to be here and give it a little tour.
Yes. So I think we're going towards the clock tower and the fountain. They were the first fountain and first clock tower built in Malaysia, if I'm not wrong.
Taiping's that's not the only first things in Taiping, is it?
No, apparently, because it was the capital, there's a lot of first things that were built here, like first prison, first, what was it, hill
Magistrates
station?
Court. Magistrates Court, huh?
Yeah, that as well.
Say it.
What else was it? Hill station, prison, magistrate court,
museum,
first museum.
Hello. UK. England. See you soon. See you. The city is just going to be soaked in history.
These buildings were commissioned by the British, apparently.
Right. Okay. So this is a British built clock tower.
Yeah. This was built in 1881.
1881.
It was originally built in a wooden structure, but now it's been rebuilt. It's been rebuilt in 1890.
Right.
In bricks.
Right. So 4 years after the city was founded, the clock tower was built, and obviously made out of wood. It's now been rebuilt, as Giulia said.
And apparently it was used as a police and fire stations at first.
Oh, that's interesting. No, it's not open. Typically it's closed, COVID-19, the joys. But
It's supposed to be
we continue our walk.
fountain as well.
You know what's absolutely amazing about the building is you actually feel like you don't realise you're in Malaysia when you stand by it. It feels, apart from that, I mean, you've got an old English telephone box outside. Taiping.
That tells you something. It's supposed to be a fountain, first fountain, but I can see it.
In the distance there, you got the backdrop of the mountains and hills. Right, we're headed to a place called Kedai Kopi Prima. It's supposed to be one of the more traditional kopi tiams in Taiping, in the old city of everlasting peace. Nice.
Sambar. Mana? Cara habis.
We're stood in front of Kedai Kopi Prima, so,
Yeah, I put it in because it was on the way to the other stuff.
and I think the general consensus is in this place they sell a load of different things. One of the staff there looked pretty mean, so we're probably going to give it a skip. We're not really bothered about it, but it's supposed to be quite famous for food there in the city. I'll trip over something. Ooh. There's a few people giving us funny looks in this city. Actually,
Yeah.
quite funny. I don't know if Taiping's seen any tourists, but seems to be attracting some strange looks. Alright, so.
Oh, this must be the Dataran. It's probably a square thing. Dataran, Horizon.
So as you can see, this city's surrounded by green. Yeah, it's got the green on the horizon, the mountains. Amazing. So we're in the Dataran Warisan, but I don't know if we're in the wrong section. There seems to be a lot of cars in here. Maybe they've changed the square to be used as a car park. You've got a beautiful. Is it a government building? Is it behind us?
Council maybe?
Council building up there. You've got a good view from over here actually. As you can see, you're just surrounded by heritage. It feels very old school here, very nice, very beautiful. What was it?
First English church in Malaysia.
Right, so it's the first English church in Malaysia,
Yeah.
and established in
1886.
1886. So 10 years after the city was founded, first English church was built. Thought we'd throw a bit of history into things, you know, spice up the tour a bit, you know. So we're walking to All Saints Church. Should be somewhere up here.
Should be there.
Where are you going?
All Saints Church.
Huh?
All Saints Church.
Oh, Saint Church.
Yeah. Oh, terima kasih. Thank you. Hello.
They say hello. No?
Yeah, they do. Right, we have made it to All Saints Church. Architecture features timber and a Gothic design. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Julia loves some Gothic design.
It's
your favourite?
It's by an Australian architect apparently.
It's a National Heritage Building. Look at this.
Yeah, and those are the gravestones of European settlers apparently.
Quite amazing to think of building like that. After all these years, after 130 years, has stood made out of wood and stood the standard time. In Malaysia, I feel that they're a big fan of having roads with no footpaths. Makes it very difficult for people that like to walk. But it's very green and very beautiful here. It's a very, very green city. And you can understand why it's by now it's famous for lake gardens. And here on our left, we've got a derelict building. I don't know the history of this, but something this building was used for in the past. I can't tell you what. But it's fenced off with barbed wire. It doesn't look very active. Right, and here on our right,
That's the museum.
oh, that's the museum. So here on our right is Malaysia's first prison, apparently.
I'm not sure it is though.
Or it's
It tells me it's far down.
Oh, is it that?
Yeah,
I believe that looks like a prison to me.
it does, but it tells me it's not this one. It tells me it's there, the prison.
Right, Museum of Perak.
Established in 1883.
First museum in Malaysia. So this was the first museum apparently in Malaysia. Very, very beautiful building.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this looks like the prison. You can see the watchtower up here.
Yeah, I think
Up
that's the
above
entrance
there.
of the prison down there.
And this heritage building. I don't know what kind of prisons. Apparently it's still in use today, the prison. It's one of the most beautiful prisons I've ever seen. When you think of prison, you always think it's of this really horrible grey place. Prison cells.
Yeah. Thing is, it's still a prison now. So this was the first prison, but it's still active.
Let's not end up there tonight. Well, you probably can go in. You probably can go in if you misbehave yourself. That's a sure way to get in. I don't know if you want to do an inside tour of that place though. But you can admire it from the outside.
It was designed in the 19th century.
So look, you've got all the high walls, all covered with barbed wire, preventing anyone escaping. You've got watchtowers down there. And you've got a bus stop. You've got to wonder how many prisoners have left the prison and stood at that bus stop there. Go back into town after serving time. I mean, I don't know if that's true. But you can imagine maybe that was or is the bus stop that people go to and stand at. Right, it says up here, built in 1879.
Oldest Chinese temple.
Ah, it's the oldest Chinese temple as well.
Perak, now in Malaysia.
In Perak.
Yeah, in Perak.
Amazing. Prison is called Penjara Taiping. Right, and we're now walking towards the oldest Chinese temple in Perak.
Perak is not Malaysia, I'm not sure about
Not Malaysia. There's a place called Mum's Prison Corner next door. It's a restaurant. They're serving nasi lemak, roti bakar, nasi campur, ikan bakar. A lot of Malay classics. Then we've got ABC as well for those dessert fans.
Do they?
Yeah, could be one for us. Right, I think the Chinese temple is up there. We're currently walking over to it now. We just come from Pankor. Pankor Island, Lumet. We come from Pankor.
Pankor Island.
Pankor, yeah. Right.
Your pronunciation.
Very nice, beautiful. Many people, yeah, ish. Only a couple of only a couple of Westerners maybe.
Yeah.
Not many Westerners. Mainly locals, huh?
Mm.
Very beautiful though. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Right. Alright. See you later. Terima kasih. Scan. This is our view. The car park.